If you look at what Lamar Jackson has done over his career, he's already accomplished things that quarterbacks that played much longer have not. And if you look at his draft class, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, none of those guys have accomplished what he's accomplished. And you know why we aren't talking about their failures in the playoffs? Because they haven't been there, all except Josh Allen. So when you look at what Lamar Jackson is, what he's done, he will be the MVP this year. He can continue to progress, and you compare him to a guy like Peyton Manning. You compare him to other guys who have gone on to have great careers. They have not started the way that this man have. He will continue to improve.
Yeah, I look at it this way. Anybody that criticizes Lamar Jackson is an absolute idiot. This guy right here, all he did, what are you going to criticize? He had 500 yards in this game. It was his fault they lost? I don't think so. Was it his fault the guy can't catch a ball? It leads to an interception? No, it wasn't. This guy is one of the youngest players in the league. How scary is that? Yep. And look, this game was all about bully beatdown. The Titans bullied them, and that's how they won. But Lamar Jackson is an absolute freak. He deserves the league MVP, and he's going to get many more.
To sort of follow up on Rex's point, Lamar Jackson is right now younger than Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is playing for the College National Championship tonight. Lamar Jackson, a fellow Heisman Trophy winner, is younger than he is at the age of 22. Pat?
Yeah, he's the future of the league. Everybody knows that. He's an anomaly. He's a unicorn. And I think if you look at how this year went, the first couple weeks, whenever they got their losses, they were trying to figure out what to do. He and Greg Roman were trying to get on the same page. There was a couple games there after Lamar said, I don't like being called a running back. He basically said, I'm tired of people complimenting my running without complimenting my arm. And at that moment, Greg Roman and he decided to throw the ball less. They were throwing the ball 40 times a couple weeks in a row. And they said, you know what? Let's utilize what you're great at, which is making people look stupid in the open field, and also utilize your incredible arm. But let's pick apart people in a cerebral fashion with both of them. In this game, he threw the ball 59 times. And the reason why I don't like that, not saying Lamar Jackson isn't a great passer, but it almost feels like the Baltimore Ravens got desperate when they didn't have to be desperate. They had more than enough with Lamar Jackson and sticking to this, the recipe that got them to where they're at. He had the 7th most pass attempts in the history of the NFL playoffs. Dan Marino was above him. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Bernie Kosar, Steve Young, and then Lamar Jackson. It should have been opposite. 20 rushes, 59 throws. It should have been opposite. They should have stuck with it and just trusted Lamar as opposed to getting into the desperation play calls.
Laura's got Danny and Marcus in there. We're going to go to them in a second, but I do want to ask you this, RC, because is it reasonable that this defeat in the playoffs does stay with him, however, until next year? That the narrative next season will be, can he and this offense work in the playoffs?
No, absolutely. This is what people are going to talk about. This is what we are going to discuss. But he can't play free safety. He can't play linebacker. And nobody was willing to go up there and bust their head on Derrick Henry and make a statement. They're going to make small people tackle that defensive end that is playing running back. And if you don't want to step up and do it, they're going to continue to run the football. And so you can't get desperate. You have to meet physicality with physicality.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I believe Derrick Henry has right now become my favorite player in the league to watch. Like, he's more, in some ways, he's more fascinating to watch even than Mahomes or any of these guys, and no one loves him more than Rex Ryan.
No, absolutely. And when I look at it, you talk about ground and pound. I love it because, you know, Vrabel came in there, and I told you that the Titans were going to be, you got to watch them. They were going to be a handful in the playoffs. Why? Because they pound it and they can play defense, but it's that ground game that sets the whole tempo for the whole team. And to me, they don't care. They threw it, 16 times? We don't care. If we throw it 10 times, we're going to pound it. We're going to pound them and keep pounding them. And the great thing is it's ugly and it doesn't matter. They're going to bully you, take your lunch money, and you know it's coming and you can't do anything about it.
Doyle rules. That's what it feels like with Derrick Henry, what he's doing to people. But Tannehill has also found this incredible ability out from underneath Adam Gase's terrible umbrella to make a play whenever you need it. The offensive line is dominant. Derrick Henry's dominant. Ryan Tannehill's making 0 mistakes. They have what it takes to make a big run in the playoffs, and the Chiefs do not want to face this.
you saw Derrick Henry coming. Why?
Oh, boy. Why? Because he's a cyborg.
Because he looks like him?
He looks like me. I need to lose 100 pounds, and then I can go play for the Titans. But
go.
more so than that, Derrick Henry right now is averaging 6 yards. First of all, this is the freaking NFL. He's averaging 6 yards a carry. These are grown men trying to take care of their families out here trying to tackle this man. Every day they got to try to make a sacrifice to do that. And it's a problem when you have a guy coming downhill. But more so than that, and I know Derrick Henry has got a tremendous amount of praise. The offensive line for the Tennessee Titans are bludgeoning people. Lord, that's my new favorite word because it sounds like one that you can't come back from. And that's what's happening. Derrick Henry has 173 yards before contact. And you know what else? When that contact is being made, it's been made by little people like Ryan Clark that doesn't want to tackle this guy 35 times or is going to knock themselves out trying to tackle Derrick Henry. So y'all keep playing with Derrick Henry and keep talking about that.
What you
Here
mean?
he comes. Here he comes.
Oh, we got. Is this LSU crime?
Because I said somebody needs to run up and be the sacrificial lamb. I'm going to give it all for the team. I'm going to start running when I see Derrick Henry. I'm going to hit him. I'm not going to stop. And y'all just wake me up after we win the game.
I was just about to say, you know what happened after all of that? You wake up dead.
You can't wake up dead, Marcus.
We're so glad you're watching ESPN on YouTube.
For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app.
And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus. We'll see you there.